Already. Nice. We are what is called alive.
We're live on the
You're
Wake
live.
Up Wednesday
Alright.
Weekend podcast.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
On a
We
Saturday.
can't thank you enough.
Not enough. To all the viewers out there, thank you.
I was just explaining to Oscar how my fucking tooth is chipped in the back. The thing is, I hate the dentist so much so I don't want to do anything and I don't got insurance. So it's like, oh, it just gives me the goosies, you know what I mean? But I mean, if college students are doing it, quote unquote, for a cheap price, I'd rather have them do it on me than those satanic Asian ladies that would just pull teeth out for no reason. I have experiences with the dentist, so I'm clearly, that you guys don't want to get into.
Thank you. Do you want to take a shot first, or then?
Oh shit! Yeah, fuck it. So we're back at it with the liqueur.
Myself.
The liqueur, because we figured out last time these weren't straight bottles; these are liqueurs.
These are liqueurs.
Not liquor, but liqueurs.
Liqueur.
Oh man. I think when I was deep, like an hour into the podcast, already a little bit drunk, I was able to chug this shit down. But this might take me a second.
The first one
we're coming fresh out of DoorDash and
out of your first one of the day?
Yeah, first drink of the day. This shit's gonna put me to sleep.
All right, let everybody know.
It's not that bad the third time around, because I know you got 2 of these last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, you get that burn. Oh man, that burn in the stomach.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of burns in the stomach, the last right after 4th of July, I ordered some ice cream.
Whoa.
But they were like low calorie ice cream. I'm still lactose intolerant, so I can't add milk. But I thought just because they're lower in calorie, I'm gonna be all right. Yeah, it wasn't the case. The whole day, the next day, just bad. It was just bad. Because like one tub of like Ben and Jerry's ice cream is like upwards of like 1,200 calories. Well, these 2 pints of ice cream were about 500 each. So I was able to get a 2 for 1, you know, in the calorie wise. Yeah. So I felt like that's where I was being smart, which it was calorically wise.
Right.
But when it came down to the milk, it's still milk.
Yeah, no,
I didn't win that part. I didn't win that fight whatsoever. The next day, just wrenching, just gut wrenching.
And talking about I don't know, we were talking about diets and shit, but the best one that always worked for me was the what is
carnivore.
No, not the carnivore. I'm still on it. Can't have a good judge on it just yet.
Yeah.
I'm barely a week and a half, but the one that made me stick on it and I saw improvements were was the calorie in, calorie out.
Anabolic
Keeping
diet,
everything down.
Fat lows, carbs, and protein. High protein.
Counting the calories.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing is with eating carnivore, since I'm on a cutting, I figured out that in a sense, because I'm not sure, because in the carnivore diet book with Dr. Sean Baker, he advocates that you can eat as much meat as you want to, and you're not going to gain a pound, you're not going to lose weight. But obviously, I'm 5'7", and so my calories hover around, like without exercising, hover around 1,700 calories, and a pound of meat has 1,000 to 1,100 calories per serve. So I eat 2 pounds. That's 2,000 calories if I don't exercise that day. Now, the thing is, because I'm cutting, I'm starting to count calories on the carnivore diet, and I'm starting to notice more weight dropping. But it's still high protein, high fats, zero carbs. Right. The thing with anabolic, or at least like, I think because I was doing anabolic when we were living together.
Yeah.
I was doing fat-free cheese, very lean ham, very low calorie bread, and very low calorie mayonnaise. But you could still eat. I was able to make 2 Italian sandwiches for the price of 1 regular full fat, white bread, full fat mayo, full fat cheese.
Kind of the same.
It wasn't like it was the same. I mean, do you remember the anabolic French toast?
The cinnamon toast.
The cinnamon toast. That was anabolic. Egg whites, Splenda, cinnamon. You're golden. Maybe a bit of milk to just loosen it up. Other than that, The anabolic diet, I think I have a couple of videos on the YouTube of the anabolic diet about like some. I know I have an Italian sandwich anabolic, like an anabolic sandwich, which comes into about like 200 calories, when a regular sandwich like full mayonnaise, full fat cheese comes in and clocks in at about like 300 calories. A McChicken is 300 calories for, or no, I think McDouble is 400. At McChicken is I think 400, maybe even 350.
I can see that.
Yeah, so like you get the price of 2 sandwiches for the price of 1 McChicken.
And it'll fill you up.
And it fills you up. Yeah. Well, I mean, how many days are you in with the carnivore diet?
I want to say like a week and a half.
No. I think just a weekend, maybe 6 days.
Is it 6 days?
I think so, because I remember
last week
going to Sam's Club asking if you guys want pizza or chicken, and you specifically said chicken, and I'm all like, okay, my boy is either A, starting the carnivore diet, or B, just want something lean, you know, fuck pizza from Sam's. You were starting, and I think you told me like, today I'm gonna start.
Was it last Saturday?
I want to say like last Saturday.
So weekend, guys. You guys are a week to the testament.
Yeah, I think a week. Yeah, so a week in, I'll be honest, I've seen your belly reduce.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen your belly reduce, which is crazy. He's all like, this guy's sucking it in, or this shit's working. This shit's working.
I feel less bloated.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that like when I started this, I didn't know the mere difference, right? The reason why I started this carnivore diet. Now, I did do it a couple years ago when we were living together. Remember how I was grilling steak and everything and going like, I'm going on this carnivore diet? I didn't follow it successfully enough because I was adding like rice. I was adding like very low amounts of other shit.
You were like what back at like what we say you were 60%, 40%.
I would say
because right now you're like 90-10.
Yeah, 90 definitely 90-10. The 10% comes from various, maybe a little bit of onions, maybe cheese is carnivore.
So that's my
dairy.
weakness. Is cheese and milk.
Well, the thing is that dairy products are carnivore because it comes from the cow. The one thing that it is though. Oh, I didn't catch it. There, nope. Oh, Jesus. There's a moth flying around. Anyways, the thing about carnivore with dairy is that dairy's high in fat and it's high in calories. And so you're going to want to treat it like a dessert. You don't want to put it on everything. The one thing I do put cheese on is definitely burger patties from McDonald's. I either get, add the cheese in, or I buy my own cheese from Dillon's and then add it to burger patties. But that's like really the only time I add cheese to anything. And maybe if I'm mixing eggs with ham and some Franks, I'll do like some mozzarella cheese over it, just to add a little bit of but also cheese has carbohydrates, and so on this carnivore diet your carbs are very, very low, little to no, and so it's still high in fat. But the thing is, like you were saying prior, calories in, calories out, oh my god, I'm drunk, I can't even catch this fucking moth. Usually I'm like able to just catch the moth. Become the moth. You gotta see first person into the moth.
Yeah,
you gotta see first person into the moth and just know which way it's gonna go. Oh shit! No, you didn't catch it. Okay.
Have you ever played Moth Simulator?
What the fuck? That's a thing? That's a fucking thing?
No, I don't know.
Oh my god.
There was a goat simulator.
Yeah.
So I was like, there must be a moth simulator.
I'll be honest, there's probably a VR fly simulator where you're just buzzing around a room and someone's trying to swat you. Yeah. Someone's trying to swat you the whole time. Dude, I think I didn't mention this on the podcast. Before the other podcast, I was in my room fucking with a fly for like 30 fucking minutes. The dude did not want to leave my room. He did not want to fucking buzz off. And so I took it upon myself to get this fly swatter, and literally when I would I don't know if insects are attracted to light or whatever, but my lights were off and I was on my phone and this motherfucker would just come all over on my face and everything, pun intended, and that's what she said. But as soon as I turned on the light, I think he knew I meant business. So this guy was going all over the place. And then as soon as I was getting closer and closer with the fly swatter, he got through the door. He got to the door. He's like, I'm not having fun, bro. I don't think you're playing around now. I think he's gonna kill me. And he paused on the fucking door, and I'm all like, well,
it's up to you.
There it is. I killed him, and I was like, what? I miss the guy. Like, I miss the guy. I was having a little bit of fun, not gonna lie.
Man.
You know, him coming all over the goddamn place, buzzing around, and then I'm watching my phone, and then literally, there's no buzzing sound. I was like, man.
I'll say what, living with cats hopefully changed that.
Bro, one thing I said about living with cats with the roommates was there's no such thing as paranormal shit.
Oh yeah,
it's probably just a cat. It's just a cat. Oh my god!
Hey, you know how much that helps you sleep at night? Much better.
Much better.
Much better.
You hear a creak, you hear a scratch, you
Fucking
hear a door opening. Fucking cats. It's the cat. It has to be the cat. There's nothing else to it. You know what I mean? I mean, one thing I think, you know, how's the hair situation?
I am honestly, it's more of an upkeep. Mm-hmm. I'm having to brush them every other day.
Oh, you brush them?
I have to, brush them because they get these mats, like these balls.
Yeah.
And I know they're gonna be more indoor cats and their space is limited, so they're
Fluffy has to be, you know.
So I was like, I need to comb them out so they don't have to put it in my room and everything.
Facts.
So and then I'm using more of the sticky tape.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I couldn't get the roommates to agree on. Is like I didn't want to tell them how to take care of their pets because you know pets all of a sudden becomes very symbiotic to you.
Oh, right.
And so it's like, oh, that's my kid. It's not just someone. It's something.
Child. Yeah.
It's my child. And so, oh man, I have different opinions on women that go on dating sites and go like, I'm a mother of 2 cats. And it's like, relax.
Low-key, that's my body.
Like, Jesus, fuck.
I'm a dad of 2 cats.
I just don't get. I mean, maybe it's because I've grown up with pets outside. And so they're not really connected to me inside nature-wise, so I never consider them as kids. I know they're family. They're family. But do I consider them as a kid, though? I don't know. Anyways.
Man, it was just by looking into their eyes. They're like,
oh,
look at the cute little face. Like, Pixie, really? She was my child.
Yeah, no, I never looked at Pixie as a child. I
She
normally look like, oh man, this is a wild dog. This is a wild dog.
She had her own blanket. She had her own shit. She had it made for life.
She definitely had the, you know, when you look at those, at least like when I look at YouTube, you know, shorts, I see a lot of these fucking, I saw this one cat in Japan, literally had a toy, you know, hugged up against him. Someone took it away, and she just like dipped her head back into her owner. Like away from the girl who just took away the toy, like in shame, like a little toddler would do. And so I'm like, damn, this is literally, maybe I'm seeing something that obviously the owner, you know, doesn't see. Like how you interact with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And how they react to you. You know, maybe, you know, you pet them and they like snuggle up against you. You know, I pet them and it's just like, they like it. That's it. You know what I mean? But other than that, there's no like emotional connection to it. But going back to the roommates, I was telling them how to just, you know, hey, upkeep on them. The thing is, they'll get pissed off. Like, there's no upkeep on pets. You know? It's like these guys aren't children.
What was the bare minimum they did?
Okay, so
like, what was upkeep to them before, like, dog, I am upkeeping?
The thing is about upkeep is they never knew what it was, because I remember going to their house where they were living in with I think it was the homie's sister, or Isaac's sister, and the whole house was a mess. I mean, the sister lived with other pets, like iguanas, other dogs, other cats, right? The thing is, when we moved in...
That does not mean you don't need to have a clean home.
Yeah, no. The thing is...
you could have as many animals as you like, but just keep a clean home.
So this is where, I think I mentioned this on the podcast about like 2 weeks after I moved out, and I went over back in order to get a couple of stuff that I, you know, missed. It was already a mess. So like, the craziest part is I was the one, quote unquote, being annoying, but that's because I don't like a mess. You know, my mom was a maid at the Hampton Inn.
Yeah.
But also, whenever I specifically remember her calling, going like, I want the house clean before I come home. And I was like, well, then this is time to just put on some music, you know, fucking, well, what was the MTV Summer Sundays, Sucker Free Sundays, bro. I would put on Sucker Free Sunday, the Sucker Free Countdown, and then I'll just start cleaning, right? Yeah. But to them, it wasn't even in their nature, to where if they got told, yo, I'm with my black socks, clean as fuck from the laundry, and I'm just waking up in the morning. I take a couple steps to the living room to put my shoes on because we kept shoes in the living room or like next to the door, and it's already filled with fur. It's filled. So obviously someone didn't sweep up like we agreed. The thing is, they agreed, prior to moving in, and I even told them, "Are your cats trained?" And the girl lied to me. She said, "Yeah, they're trained." No.
How are they not trained?
Oh my God. So when she told me that, like, these cats have to, go into a garage prior to the whole house, I kind of understood at a point because, cats have to get aware of their environment or else they kind of piss everywhere.
Right.
So there's that part. But the thing is, she wanted the kitty litter in the kitchen where I cook. But not only I cook, another roommate cooked. And so that was a big no-no. Keep it in your room. And I'm not saying keep the cats in your room, but it got to a point to where I started telling them so bad, because they, first and foremost, we had a roommate agreement signed and everything that they will clean up after their cats, fur and all, right? Well, there's fur all over the the floor, so when someone's not sweeping, the girl's always home 24/7. It seemed like there would be like 3 days out of the week she didn't work, and then Isaac's over there slaving away, and so she I guess took it upon himself. So her boyfriend would come over from work out of a 10-hour day and then sweep, but that was the only sweeping they did the day, and so it would be like from the morning I wake up to go DoorDash, I have fur on my socks. She's at home. She doesn't sweep at all. So I come home with even more fur on my fucking thing. Yeah, and then Isaac has to clean up the mess at night when no one's walking around at all. So it's like, why isn't the girl doing anything? Keeping up after her own cats, right? He had a cat, she had a cat, but she also had a dog. And the dog got on everything. So like the couch was just, we had a lint roller. We bought a 4-pack of lint rollers. We only went through like half of one by the time I left. And so I would think, by my assumption, she said she agreed to a lot of things to where I thought, yeah, she's gonna wake up in the morning, sweep up, or like wait a couple hours for the cats to go roam around and then sweep up after them. That way when Isaac comes in, he sweeps up after the 4-hour mess that they left. Because cats, but when I confronted her that, like, these things are shedding, she's all like, my dog doesn't shed. My dog can't shed. She's a Pomeranian. I decided to go on Google and be like, dude, yes, they do. They a little bit, but more than a pit, less than a pit, more than a German Shepherd. You know what I mean? And so that just already got me going, like, okay, no, these things aren't trained. They keep going on the thing. Like, they dropped my PS4. They took it to blame on themselves, but there was no wires leading to the couch where he can just trip over it and then it's going to fall down. But I do know that one of the cats loves to go behind the TV and just go peek on the blinds and shit. And but that's the thing. It's crazier to think that they wouldn't just go like, oh, my cat, accidentally dropped your thing. Okay, that's cool. Pay for it. And they eventually paid for it. But to think, you have more pride for the cat than yourself. You say, I did it.
See, I don't know, man. This is where I always, my different point of view.
Yeah.
If I have my 2 cats roaming around and I knew they did that, I'm like, hey, my roommate who puts his PS4 there, hey, yo, just letting you know, my cat's like roaming around there. I don't know if you want to leave it there.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to leave it there. I have
so
already warned you.
You wouldn't train it, though.
You wouldn't train it to
not go back there?
What's wrong with it going back there? My cats have free roam everywhere.
See, this is what I'm saying is the ideology that you can't train a cat. Because when I was cutting lawns at the east side of the States, they had what's called invisible fences. So there would be a golden retriever in the front lawn, but wouldn't surpass the fucking yard. He wouldn't go around the neighborhood, barking at everything. He would just stay in the yard. So pets are trained. You see a lot of TikToks of kitties trained, cats trained, and like very interactive with their owner, but they're not the ones going on top of shit, breaking stuff. It's like you would think at some point, like, they have free roam, but I'm gonna have to put some Modern Warfare 2, barriers around, invisible barriers, so they can't pass. So to think like they have free roam, they could be in the back of the TV where there's a wire. They can fuck with the wire. They can knock down the TV. They also ruined the blinds that were there.
That's
previously.
why when I was saying how trained are they, because the cats that I have, they don't scratch up the blinds.
They're pretty trained.
Yeah. They do everything because when we first got them, they were fucking around.
Okay, yeah.
And I was pissed off at 10, 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I hear them scratching on the door. I'll get a shoe, throw it at the door. I go.
Did you ever look at YouTube videos on how to train cats by chance? No.
I just train them like dogs.
Okay.
I'd be like, hey, I don't like this. I'm gonna let you know I don't like this. Mm-hmm. Keep it up. You're gonna keep getting things you don't like, which is loud noise, bangs, or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So then they were like, all right, now I know I can't do this because now they don't scratch at my blinds. They don't scratch at my furniture. Mm-hmm. If they want to scratch something, they go to their scratching post. They have designated areas to have it. I want to make sure they have all the ability that they're able to move around. Yeah. Without fucking around with my shit.
It was definitely to an extent, because even when we were recording, what are the two cats name? I keep forgetting their names.
Skippy and Sunny.
Skippy and Sunny. I don't know who it was, but it was a black cat that kept clawing on the chair.
Oh, she loves that fucking chair.
But that's the thing. It's like you could have easily said no or down. Like some type of training. The thing is, the girl was more connected to the cats spiritually. Mm-hmm. And she was all into the stars and witchcraft and fucking stones do this, emeralds do that. Weird. This is the love stone, all the mumbo jumbo. And girls like that are goofy as fuck. They're goofy as shit. I just realized out of all the girls in the whole world, I'd rather have one that's really into a faith. Whether it's Hindu, Christianity, Catholicism, rather than the bitch thinking that the stars are gonna make her a millionaire because she's on OnlyFans, because her fucking gems that she keeps around are the ones that told her to go get 3 babies by 3 baby daddies. And she still thinks she's gonna be a success.
There are real girls out there who believe in the stars, not the girls that you're messing with.
No.
I feel like the real girls, the ones that I know that actually follow the stars and everything. Yeah. They're free spirited, and their life will take them wherever they need to.
Those are the girls that are the lonely old women with cats, all 20 cats. You know how like in Catwoman you had that lonely girl with a library and shit like that, with all the cats in the world but no man. Hey, to each his own. If that makes you happy, go for it. I'm not judging. Just stay 20 feet away from me.
At your door.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah.
And then I'll go to the next one.
Then off to the next. No,
next cat lady. Hey, there's gonna be a lot of cat ladies.
Right now, I think America is raising a lot of cat ladies. I think the cat ladies knew how to use TikTok and like social media, and like just created a wildfire of new fucking
first fucking memes were cat videos. Hey, cat videos. Yeah.
But here's the extent. It's like the cat was so trained he didn't claw at the owner because he went do. Yeah. But there's also TikTok videos of like a girl trying to create a short or like a video with her cat, and the cat scratched the shit out of her. Her eyes started bleeding, bro. That's not cute. That's a fucking outrageous cat that's not trained. So we go back into like, what is training a cat? And so I told the girl, I try to have some type of leniency, going like, well, if I'm gonna live here, I'm gonna have to at least either get them to train these cats, right? Well, I told her, you should watch some YouTube videos. There's a girl on YouTube that does so comprehensive videos of how to train cats. And she is a cat lady, but she has a boyfriend, you know what I mean? So she's not just a cat lady. Like, she adopts stray cats, brings them back over, and then trains them. And so the one thing I learned from her is that these things are natural predators. So you don't want to fucking fuck with them with your hands, because they already think that's a predator. Like, that's a fucking prey. So they're always going to claw your hand, bite your hand. What you want to do is, like, get toys for them. Like those little mouse on a fucking string or something, or a cat scratch tree. Because these things are natural predators. So if you don't train them to even fuck, like, this isn't playing. This is playing for a dog. But for cats, they see it already as a prey. So they're always going to bite it. They're always going to scratch you. And so when you say stop, don't do that, you're kind of going against their nature. And so it's better to go with the nature rather than against it, because they're always gonna have it, intuitively.
No, it's my rule or the highway, and I'm gonna fucking do some Itachi versus Sasuke shit. Have you ever seen that meme where Itachi just pulls up Sasuke by the throat against the wall?
Nah.
Others.
Pull it up.
Pull it up. This is the meme I'm talking about.
That's you. That's you. Pull it up. But while he pulls it up, like, it's not that I have an issue with cats, because I would love a kitty of my own. I've always, like, not Simba, but Casper in the back. She's pregnant right now.
No,
That
she already
little
had her
whore.
kids.
She already had the kids?
Yeah.
Where are they?
She's hiding them.
Oh. I see why Simba was in the front yard. Like, I don't want to fuck with her right now. She's a little ornery.
I think, yeah.
Fucking, no, but I want to see these kitties now. But, no, yeah. So Simba was like the best. As soon as I, got her, she would be on my shoulders, and I'll be like, bro, I can go to the Indian with Casper on my shoulders, and I think she wouldn't leave. She wouldn't jump off or pounce on anything.
No.
But then again, I don't know, right? Because, like, I just, I don't know. One day she's gonna pull those claws out. Oh God, that was the one thing about Mondo, is that we had to trim his nails, and that was when I not found out. I always knew that they kind of hide their claws, but oh shit.
So if my cats ever want to fuck around, I'm just gonna pull them against the wall and be like, you come the fuck down, or you're gonna hit the fucking street. Put him down. He goes underneath the bed for a moment. Comes back out and goes meow. I'm like,
I see why you just scared the shit out of it.
I'll scare the living Jesus out of him.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
No,
like,
there's somebody else to fear.
Like, there's always.
That's what I'm trying to prepare themselves. Like, you think I'm bad?
Like,
No.
I'm sure there's proper ways to train cats. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
To where, like, they are the best cats in the world. They won't climb on shit. They won't.
Well, yeah.
Well,
The
because
basic stuff.
you would want them to come
stuff.
come to you when you call them for, like, support or something, or like you're bored and you want to pet.
I could start calling one of them, but I can't call her by her name. That's to meow, and then she'll fucking come.
It's like that cat lady from Kitchen Nightmares. I can speak cat. Meow 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 meow. She actually did that on fucking Kitchen Nightmares, which is insane. She's all like, I have 2 little boys, but they're 3 little boys, but they're trapped in cat bodies. Gordon's all like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Gordon said, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like I have no.
Oh God, crazy cat lady.
I'm not that crazy to think I have a.
Well, like, I even seen this one comment on a Facebook post going, like, when people like treat cats as if they're human, and it's like, why not just have a kid? Like, just have a kid. There was a gender reveal party gender reveal party for a baby, and the girl had her puppy and holding it, like, and the puppy even had like a vest on, like, but then as soon as it was a girl, like, the pink fucking smoke came on. The puppy just goes in the air, bro. This girl releases the puppy, the little chihuahua's like squirming in the air and then just touches down on the floor, and like all the comments were like, hey, there's nothing beats a human baby, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing beats a human
and like
baby.
Poor thing, like, she really forgot that she had a whole ass, she took care of this thing for like 5-6 years prior to knowing that this is a baby girl. All of a sudden, fuck the chihuahua. Fuck the chihuahua.
Yeah, 100%, and that's how it should be.
I mean, what is your opinions on, like,
chihuahuas?
No, like, almost emotionally masking the intent of wanting to raise a child, but you just do it with pets instead.
Is that wrong or bad? I mean, what do you?
What's your opinion?
I think there's something wrong with
opinion.
that.
Yeah.
I always thought about that myself. It's like, damn, I want to raise something. I want to take care of something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that with a fucking human baby.
You don't think you can do it with a human baby?
I don't think I could do that with a human baby. Yeah. Because I know if it actually does happen, I know I actually can.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I don't want to. What's the next best thing to something living that has a lifespan? A pet?
Yourself.
What about... fuck myself.
Oh, but that's the thing. It's all like, why not yourself rather than something else that's, can only give you love whenever you call upon it. Why not give that for yourself?
Why?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, that was the reason why I
that's-
gave up Shep, was because I was
That's so
I was
sad.
seeing myself getting up every single morning, getting him outside, or like cleaning his cage, and then I knew he was gonna get bigger because all my uncles like saw his paw. He's like, oh, he's gonna be a big guy, and I'm all like, Jesus Christ. And I was working like at Kansas Star Casino at the time before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I was all like, yeah, no, I can't do this. Like, I have to do this. I have to grow myself. I can't really take care of a puppy right now, you know? And so I just gave him up. Back to her, okay, I'll be honest, it wasn't back to the mother. I tried to give it back to the mother, but she wasn't there. And so I told my mom, I'm like, let's just go to the hood and just run, be free. Be free. That's how we found, quote unquote, that's how we found Chocolate. But also, we found another dog. I remember another dog that was huge. We kept him in the garage. He kept clawing at the fucking door. He was a pretty big pup. That's how those claws got on the door.
I can't remember this pup.
Oh yeah, no, we found a pup, and I think we just let him loose because it was a stray, and I gave him milk. I remember feeding him milk in the garage while we were here. So this had to be when we were like 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I don't think you do remember, but I do distinctly remember having a dog in the garage for a moment of time.
Here in this house.
Here in this house while we were living here.
And that's what caused those scratch marks on the door?
Yes.
Honestly, never asked, how did these scratch marks ever come?
Yeah. No, yeah, that was a perfect door before the dog came in, and
that's a big ass dog.
It was a pretty big pup, but he didn't bite anyone or nothing like that, so we kind of kept him in there for a sec, but then I don't know what the fuck happened to him. But no, yeah, I just had the like basically someone's gonna take him. But as soon as we left, already a car pulled up and just got him, swept him up, and I was like, there it is, clearly God has a plan for him, and He wants me to move on. Is it sad?
Yeah.
Is it sad, or is it Air Bud?
You had to do what
or
you
is
had
it
to
Air
do.
Bud? You know what I mean? Like one of Jordan Peterson's rules. 32 minutes in, Jordan Peterson comes up. Take care of yourself like if you had someone, if it was someone important to you. You know what I mean? If my mom is like 86 years old, and you were gonna take care of her, why not? Why wouldn't you take care of yourself in that manner? You know what I mean?
A good piece of advice.
Yeah, well, I mean, you see this whole, I don't know about this day and age, but definitely a couple of years ago about the love yourself movement. Like J. Cole in the album, self-love is the best love.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Self-love
Is the best love. But the thing is, people took it to an extent of, I'm going to put myself over everyone else. And it's like not 100% true. You kind of want to put some people in front of you prior to yourself. But definitely let yourself be the emotional boundary and strong enough in order to take care of someone else. But if you just put someone else in front of you, then you're lacking on yourself, and then those people don't even look like you're helping them. They kind of look like, oh, he's just using me as a distraction. You know what I mean? And so it's like, no, yeah. As soon as you take care of yourself, people see that. That's what Eddie said. God rest his soul. Is like, be the life of the party, but also be yourself. Because if you're yourself, people are going to resonate.
That's the coolest thing to do is be yourself.
Be yourself. Don't be anything else like anyone else wants.
No.
That's fuck. I just posted on Facebook something that David Ramsay said about greed, pride, and what was it? Greed, pride, and something else. But the pride thing definitely resonated. It's basically getting something in order to show off for someone else.
Right.
So people can say, "Oh, look at that! How did you get that?" It's like rather, do it for you. You know what I mean?
As one should.
Yeah. Well,
one should look out for himself versus I'm gonna do this to please the mass. Don't do that. Please yourself, and eventually other people are gonna be like, "That's a nice way to live." I'm gonna also please myself.
Oh yeah, be weird. Be weird. That's what David Ramsay always says is be weird. It's like when you're on the path of getting out of debt, everyone's telling you, why are you broke? Why not go out to the restaurants? Everyone has a credit card. Everyone's credit score is kind of there, you can't be 800 perfect. But it's like David Ramsay already gets your mind off of FICO score. Like if you like a FICO score, that means you love making kissy faces to the bank. You just love debt. You just love loans.
That's
and
what
so,
FICO is. That's what this is. Like how good of a borrower you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well.
Well, how good of a borrower you are, or how good are you in getting into debt?
I think
because both are the same.
Yeah, borrower and getting into debt are the same thing.
And what is it in the Bible? Proverb 21, 7.
Man should not sin.
No. No. The borrower is always slave to the lender.
Yeah, the lender and the borrower.
Yeah, the borrower is always boom. Ooh, Oscar Proverb 2024, bro. The borrower and lender sleep in the same bed, bro. That's actually that's fucking porn. That's fucking porn, bro. That's sexy as shit, dude. Oh my god, that's like, I gotta write that down on my notebook. So I have a notebook and I just write down all these quotes, dude. What time is it? I always date them. July 6th, 9:31. Talking with Oscar on the couch. The borrower and lender are always asleep in the same bed, bro.
What do you think about that? Damn, yeah.
Oh my god. I just spilled drink on myself. That's how fucking moist it was, dude. That's deep. But also take that. Like, take that into your own life. And so, like, my dad was talking about, well, when I go to Mexico, I want everyone to be there so we can all have, like, a nice fiesta. The Renteria Vasquez is finally one in the same town. And I'm all like, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to go for the next 10 years.
Really?
I have to get rid of this debt. I have to... So, like, within the baby steps, right? Baby step 1, save 1,000. Baby step 2 is, oh my God, Skip. No, that's not Skippy, is it?
It's Sunny.
Sunny.
Because of her positive attitude.
Because of her positive attitude. The dark one's the female. I think the white guy is Skippy. But, no, yeah, so, like, baby step, I think I already talked about this on the podcast, so, like, revert it back, but I'm probably going to make a nice YouTube short out of this, so, remember this day, Eric from the future, is baby step 1 is save $1,000. Baby step 2 is pay off the debt. Baby step 3 is, I think it's save for retirement.
Why retirement?
Because 401ks and Roth IRAs, not 401ks, but Roth IRAs, if you start saving about 15% of your yearly earnings, you'll become a multi-millionaire by the time you're retired, 65.
That's too long.
No, but that's baby step just 3. Like, we're only on the 3rd step, and we're already planning on yourself being a millionaire already at 65. So after baby step 3 is baby step 4, 5, and 6, which is just all together. And let me just look this up here.
By Gordon Ramsay?
No, David Ramsay.
David Ramsay. The other Ramsay.
David Ramsay.
So many Ramsays.
Ramses. Yeah, every time I say Ramsay, I think of Ramses from Nacho.
Send me a piece of that corn for later.
Send me a piece of that corn for later.
Jack Black.
Hey you, send me a piece of that corn. Send me a piece of that corn for later. Dude, he killed the Mexican accent.
He killed it.
He killed the Mexican accent. The dude's white. He killed the Mexican. I thought he was Mexican.
I was like, oh, this guy's full Mexican.
He talks like my dad when he fucking speaks English. I was like, holy shit. Because it's in the Bible not to wrestle your neighbor. I was like, bro, that's exactly what some fucking Catholic guy, like, in his faith would say. Okay, so baby step 1, save 1,000 as a starter for an emergency fund. Step 2 is pay off all debt. Not the house, though, if you have a house. Using the debt snowball, so anything small, and then work your way up. If a credit card's $400, but your car payment or your car total is like 11,000, like mine is, I would start with the credit cards and then work my way up. Step 3 is save 3 to 6 months of expenses in fully funded emergency fund. So this is adding to that $1,000 emergency fund. And so step 4 is 15%. So this is step 4, 15% of household income into retirement. Step 5, so you'll be doing 4, 5, 6 simultaneously, because now that you have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses plus that 1,000 and no more debt, but the house. So now you really have some money coming in, because you don't have no debt, you don't have no car payment, you don't have insurance, because you'll pay that in bulk because now you have extra income.
Right.
4, 5, and 6 is save 15% of your household income in retirement. Step 5 is save for your child's college fund if you have a child. So if you don't, step 5 is not for you. But I would still save for my future child. You know, even if because it's in a separate account, and you always get dividends and interest on your savings account, whichever savings account you have. Because right now I think it's at like it's topping out at 5%. So you'll get 5% back in a year, whatever money you put in a savings pot. Step 6 is pay off your home early. So 20,000 left on the house, but you have no debt. It starts to become very easier. And then step 7 is build wealth and give. So live like no one else and give like no one else. So these are the weird steps, because as soon as you're on step 3, people are already looking at you like, why aren't you going to restaurants? Why aren't you doing like we do? And it's like, because I'm on my way. Like I'm on my way to being debt free, stress free. And so like,
what's that song? You know,
or getting out of the bed with the borrower, or the lender. What's that song? I'm on my way from mezzanine to Humner. I'm on my way, or something like that. It's from it's those same guys that made the fucking I would walk 5,000 miles an hour. They were so popular in the 90s. They were so popular in the 90s. But no, yeah. So with David Ramsay, he has so much tools and I've just been watching him. But also with his 2-hour podcast that I've been listening on DoorDash, he invites people. It's called a Debt Free Club. And it's literally people that have been on it for 5, 4, maybe even 10 years. And they'll be like, we got out of a $215,000 debt. That includes the house. And we were working on this and that. It was hard to get my wife into it. My wife dragged me into it. But after we were like midway there, everyone started calling us weird and shit. But, Ramsey's just praising them like, oh yeah, be the weird people. Yeah, you're the weird ones, because now how much do you have saved up? We're about $100,000 deep in savings only, and $50,000 in our pocket. And when I hear that from just regular old Joes, I go like, bro, like, bro, And then David Ramsay also says, like, if you have no debt whatsoever, but your investments are worth up to $1 million, you're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. Just wait until you can tax-free take them out, tax-free. 65 basically. And so that's where the 15% comes in. It's like, even if you are debt-free after step 3 and you have 15% invested into your Roth IRA, you're going to be a multi-millionaire by the 65, and you're going to live a pretty damn good life.
65.
It is a long way. It is a long way.
If you retire at 55.
No, yeah.
I could retire at 55 and then cash out at 65. Because I don't need to keep working.
Tax free.
Right.
You could always pull it out prior, but they tax that shit.
Right, but let's say I work till I'm 30, I become a millionaire, and I still do this RA stuff. 65 is just, hey, you can pull this multi-millionaire account you guys had here.
Yeah.
Sitting, waiting.
Mm-hmm. I got $1 million.
Even though I didn't work or I'd offer 40 years.
You just put 15%
I
of
just
whatever
kept putting
you make
it in.
and kept putting every single, I think, month or year. I'm pretty sure it's a month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's it'll make more sense with monthly.
Monthly.
So yeah. Another thing I learned from TikTok is this old cat. He was. I watch a lot of young, people asking older people how do they, like entrepreneurs, especially successful people, how do they make their millions? And then this one old cat said, if you invest in a Morgan Stanley, if you have $20,000 and you put this in a Stanley account, a specific Stanley account, I forgot the name, the specific investment firm's name, you'll 20,000 one time, you'll receive $3,000 every single 90 days for the rest of your life. Yeah, facts. I forgot what it's called.
I could live off of $3,000 every 90 days.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! As a single man, hell yeah.
Door dashing or something on the side is just for income wise.
Yeah.
But pay off your home and everything. I was like, oh yeah, this is just extra income at this point. That's like a business for you at that point.
Yeah. Every single 90 days, you receive a whole fucking $3,000. Who wouldn't want to do that shit?
If you invest $20,000, and
Yeah,
when was that
one time.
90 day?
One time. Morgan Stanley. So it is Morgan Stanley.
When was that
Money
start?
market funds. I'm pretty sure as soon as you do it, you gotta wait 90 days, and then boom, $3,000 in your bank.
Until I complete that 20,000, or
No. When you have 20,000, you put it one time in this investment account, and it's basically like a front to a drug dealer.
Right.
And he knows what to do with your money, and then you just get a kickback. You know, he could
until I die, I'll get this kickback.
Yeah.
Until I fucking
Until
die. So I would have made that 20K triple over.
So doing the math, how long would it take to recoup your quote unquote investment?
Let's see.
Because I'm trying to find. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Mutual funds. Actually, I think I can find
Then
it
you get
short.
3,000 or 2,000.
3,000. Like I said, I'm sure I can find the. I wish I downloaded it. Liked videos, and usually all the videos I like are short, so this should be a breeze. But then again,
How many
like
days are in a year? 365.
365, yeah.
1 year and 6 months. Well, 1 year and a half.
So there's 3 months in a year, so 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. So 2 years to recoup your
a year
investment.
0.6.
So a year 0.6.
Yeah, a year 0.6.
This is why you do the math, bro.
Yeah, after a year, so you'll get that. So in a year's time, 2 years time, you'll get your money back and then some. If you invest $20,000, but then the benefit is you'll keep making that to the end of time. Well, the average person lives 100 years, let's say 80 years. You know, fucking shits and giggles. 2 divided by 80 is 40. So you make you 40 times that much back. All by investing.
Here, dude.
Give me some advice.
Best advice I can give you?
I'm 23.
23? Start looking at investment.
Start looking at investments?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you one quick investment you would never imagine.
Okay.
All you gotta do is go to Morgan Stanley.
I got me Morgan Stanley account.
Okay, go to Morgan Stanley and ask them for mutual fund and energy.
Right.
Take 20 grand. You get 3 grand every 90 days.
For forever.
Forever.
One time payment.
One time investment.
So me, I'm 23. I plan on living to 107. So 3 grand for 107 years for 90 days.
Yep. Every 90 days. Here it is. It's $12,000 a year. I'll tell you something else.
I like the way you thinking.
Go to the bank. Get you a Roth.
Roth IRA.
Put 3 grand a year in there. Don't touch it until it matures. And it matures every day. All right? I guarantee you 3.7 million.
You guarantee
3.7.
What's your name?
Kevin
Johnson. Now listen, when I get that 3.7 million, I'm looking for you.
You ain't gotta look, I'll probably be dead.
You ain't got no lip. I'm probably dead. Hey, spitting.
Man, yeah, that's the same advice I've heard.
Well, the Roth, right? The Roth is definitely the one, but the Morgan Stanley.
Yeah, the Morgan.
That's a new one. Like you put 20,000 one time, you receive 3, but in energy. So mutual fund in energy. In energy, so that's where I meant by specifically. So in specifically energy, $3,000 every 90 days, because everyone's always wanting to use. There's always a startup for solar panels or like oil.
Energy is constantly going to be used until the day that says this one battery could live the whole entire city for 20 years. So no need to worry about power ever, because this battery consumes it. That's it. That's when that will
probably plummet.
But
down.
that will never happen because of business people. They will never let that happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you look at solar energy, it's the number one. There's more deaths that happen in solar energy rather than nuclear. You know how that happens? Because I guess.
Why you get more likely to bankrupt in a...
Oh, no, deaths in solar energy rather than nuclear energy.
Oh, no, supply and demand, I guess.
No, death. The fuck?
Deaths. Oh, people die more in solar energy? Than because it's not regulated as much as the fucking nuclear stuff.
Wild guess. How would you die in solar energy?
Heat stroke. Working out in the sun too much.
Boom. You're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah, those are reflective rays coming back at you. Solar panels, they cook you.
Hey, man.
But OSHA doesn't give a fuck because this now OSHA regulated.
Well, how it happens is just people fall off roofs installing them.
Oh, okay, I can see that too.
Yeah, so heat stroke, and then you just get out, you just fall from the roof, or you're just in a bad installation and you fall. The harness wasn't on right, you fall. But it's crazy to think that because of Chernobyl, and I think the one part of Tokyo that recently had its nuclear energy plant leakage that went into the ocean. Because of that, no one died in that situation. By the way, it was just a leakage, which they were able to stop pronto. Yeah, we're so scared of nuclear power.
Well, it's
nuclear
because
fission.
there's too much money in oil, man.
Well, not oil, but I mean, you would think like
look at that oil spill in the Gulf. Did that scare anybody else from stop mining?
I don't think it made the news, and it just
We're
woke
sorry.
up even more activists.
We're
for this whole
sorry.
fucking,
That's all they said.
oh, pollution and pollution.
I mean, Don got a good commercial out of it with a duck.
That will always stay embedded in my brain. It's just the duck is like all oiled out,
and
and
then
then
he
you just
puts
put
some
some
Dawn.
Dawn dish soap and it cleans it up.
Please.
That's why I always put 100% Dawn dish soap when I'm cleaning grease or some shit, or like fat from my fucking hands.
And it works.
It does. It just wipes it the fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that my boss from T-Mobile said is like, you want to sell a product, because we're in the business of upselling phone cases and phone screen protectors at a ridiculous price. When you can go on Amazon, get a 3-pack of screen protectors for $5. We were selling one screen protector for like 20. Yeah, no, it was ridiculous.
Loki, the screen protector that I bought over there at T-Mobile is still going strong.
Fair, right?
It's just the chips and the edges. But other than that, still going strong.
I think it's like that's just a regular iPhone user. That you don't switch out your screen protector for a minute, or case for swap it out for a minute. You know what I mean? Especially when you invested so much in it. But no, the one thing he told me was like, why do you think Dawn dish soap works so good? I can't fucking get this out of my head. He went into the fucking physics of dish soap. It's like when you put dish soap on a sponge, it creates friction, so it cleans the grease off rather than just water and a sponge. And it's better than any other brand. So I want you to sell more T-Mobile brand, because we're better than. It's like, how the fuck did that?
Yeah, how did that
anything to do with fucking? But it's also like that Denzel Washington American Gangster.
It makes sense what you just said.
The friction.
But the friction is like when you get two plastic. My mom always said when you wash the plates with soap and everything, don't stack them because they get stuck together.
Yeah.
Because they're plastic. And I was like, no, it doesn't. It did, and it was such a bitch to get off every now and then.
The cups. I think it's
the cups and the plates.
The plates are plastic.
But there were some plates or something. They were a bitch to get
Oh,
off.
I'm pretty sure there was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we used some plates, but so far
And
it's
then,
also random.
yeah, it was so difficult to get apart. I'm like, God damn, this is good suction. It was the soap. You could see the edges of the soap still around.
Yeah.
I can see.
Well, like speaking on brands, this is where when making Tossbon events, I wanted to grow it away from every other, party planning business, or whatever you want to call it. Just like that American Gangster quote from Denzel Washington, when he was confronting the pimp that was cutting his fucking coke. He was naming it the same name as Denzel Washington. I think it was like Blue Dream or some shit like that. And he went up to his club. He's all like, "Listen, you ain't gotta cut it. This is 100% good as is, But you can't be. If you're gonna cut it, don't be using my motherfucking name." And he's like, "Okay." And then the dude gets pissed off, throws a glass. Coming to my club telling me how to use my name and how to sell my shit that I already bought from you. It's mine. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. So yeah, but you're diluting the name. When people get Blue Dream, they expect good fucking quality, not this yah-yah type shit. So it's like, don't cut your shit. You're gonna piss some people off.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, like, with T-Mobile's phones, they were definitely a cut brand from, like, Samsung. And I never recommended the T-Mobile phones at
Like
all.
the
They were so
T-Mobile
cheap.
phones?
There are T-Mobile branded phones and tablets I never recommended. They're like, oh, what about this one? It looks the same. It looks the same as a Samsung. I'm like, no, it's probably gonna crap out on you in a couple months. Not all of them, you know. If you spend good money on a phone, they're probably gonna last for a minute. You know what I mean? I think these iPhone 14s that I have right now are the last iPhones I'm gonna get, and probably the last phones that I'm gonna get until they stop supporting it by updates.
I think this is an iPhone 13.
13 mini, yeah.
The last mini that they're ever gonna make.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought it with
Last
extra
breed.
memory to
Last
make sure it lasts long. And
these iPhone 14s, the reason why I got another iPhone 14 during the Sam's Club deal, because I had an iPhone 12, and it was a trade-in offer. But the reason why I got the iPhone 14 not the 15 is because I knew that the 15 is the first of its breed to have a USB-C, but the 14 is the last of its breed to have a lightning cable. So like in 2 or 3 years, when everyone has iPhone 17 and they're using USB-C, I'll be the motherfucker, that one standout motherfucker that says, "Let me get a original iPhone lightning cable." Lightning.
Same ones that this.
Yeah, lightning cable.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're into like those Android chargers. This
MacBook has a USB-C.
Okay.
So when I got the OnePlus Android phone, that used USB-C fast charging, and I think it was one of the first Android phones to use USB-C at the time. And everyone's all like, "What cable is that? It doesn't use like Android cables, which is USB-B." If you guys didn't understand, that's USB beta.
See, I remember the 3 USBs that were out at the time. Well, the 4, I guess. You got the fat USB, which was like the big cubicle one, like a T, like a fat T.
Yeah,
PS3.
Like the PS3 controller.
And then it was the regular Android ones, which were the skinny ones.
PS4.
And then there was the long ones that were for the new phones and the new hyper stuff.
Whoa. The USB-C?
The USB-C,
yeah.
And then there was the iPhone guys, who always had the iPhones, where I got an iPhone charger, I can plug in my Mac, I got plug in everything I need for my iPhone device with this one charger.
You gotta be that guy.
Nobody has an iPhone. Then everybody changed to iPhone, everybody had an iPhone.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's mainly because of Europe. So Europe decided to make a ban on any device abstracting from the normal. That way there's no fucking marketplace debacle when going to the store and wanting a charger. Basically, they wanted a universal charger. You know, no more going to Quick Trip or like gas stations going like, "Do you have an iPhone charger?" No, everyone knows USB-C now. So like, might as well make that the standard. Rather than the old iPhone. Like, oh my god, that bulky ass one. The long iPhone. Imagine if that was on every phone.
I still see it every now and then on the gas stations. Like, damn,
what the fuck?
I wonder who still uses
Really?
that. Yeah.
Which gas stations?
Out there by Benson and stuff out there.
Oh my god.
You go out there.
Oh my god.
30 minutes out of
They're still out there?
You'll find them. They're like, whoa, man, that's... You guys think, you know where I saw one? At the center of West and... There's a Quick Trip over there on West Street.
Yeah, West and Central, like West and Douglas.
Yeah. Right before that. No, I'm lying, Seneca. It's called TT Market Store.
Oh, yeah.
That little grocery store. Yeah. We did work there as a company, and I went inside there, and that's where I saw it. They also had some nudie mags.
Well, like, it's crazy.
Like, who the fuck still carries this? This shit had some DVDs involved. There was like a 3-hour... I looked through them, I was like, what the fuck? I'm just a little curious.
Wait, one of the magazines had a DVD?
They all had DVDs in the back.
Oh, shit.
They all come with DVDs.
It's like people... Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm like, god damn.
Well, like, it's just crazy to think that, yeah, here in Wichita, you go 2 miles out any which way out the outskirts of Wichita, you're hitting boonies.
Mm-hmm.
You're hitting boonies to where you can go to an antique store out in, like, fucking Douglas, Kansas, and probably find a 1920s vintage something that's going to be worth thousands of dollars.
If somebody didn't buy it before you, yeah.
Well,
there's a lot of people out here with those eyes.
Well, nowadays, right? Because you got the whole migration after COVID.
Everybody who moved into Wichita was like, there's a lot of antique stuff that I could sell online, that I could take advantage of stuff. And I met those people.
Well, I mean, we're in the business of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hyro finds Pokemon cards and just trades them up and stuff. But I see TikToks of people finding at a flea market some vintage shit, crystal, and then making a good flip on them on eBay.
I did see that once, man. Some old NES Pokemon cards. Where I'm like, oh shit, and they were just sitting on a shelf, like 5 piece of old school Pokemon cards. I'm like, damn, I know this could go for good money.
It's crazy to think not a lot of old folks actually know how to sell online, and so they never do.
So they rather just sell to them to what they have available. Yeah.
Well, I also seen this YouTube short or a Facebook short. I'm not sure. There's a lot of shorts out there. TikTok has shorts. Snapchat has shorts. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, even X has shorts. X is unlimited. Anything goes with Elon's X, Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
Yeah. Anything goes. I see fucking. I'll show you these fucking videos on X of just. Because you like those commentator videos, right? Someone commenting over shit.
Mm-hmm.
These are commenting over like people using their God-given right with their guns and stopping a robber, trying to rob them, and they just oh, here comes Mr. Santa, and gets popped 2, 1, 2, oh my god, and he is going down there, James Brown.
That's funny.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's see, USB, different USBs.
Oh damn, we talked about a lot, yeah.
Fucking, dude, we gotta go.
Energy. Talked about finances.
Oh yeah, finances. And we'll just do those 2 for now. But where were we at? Yeah, so I seen this one short of a guy. The comments were all everywhere when he posted his video, because the family got a hold of the video like online, and they're all like, "You took advantage of a 97-year-old man." It's like, no, the 97-year-old was selling sterling silver and gold at weight. He just didn't know those were antiques.
Right.
Yeah, so the guy had like these little spoons that were sterling silver, and the dude flipped them on eBay. So like they were $3 a pop. He flipped them on eBay for $15 a pop.
Nice.
Yeah, and then he found 14 karat gold, like solid gold. Those tie clips. Sold that for $50, and then he got a sterling silver bracelet at weight, but it was a Tiffany and Co. So right, $300.
Yeah,
and he got it for
buy.
probably $20.
That was a good buy right there.
And all the family members were just, "You took advantage of this guy. No, I gave him exactly what he wanted."
Yeah,
Was it my job to let him know? Don't you know you have a Tiffany and Co. bracelet here?
Like no, that's
no.
You asked for this, I'm gonna give you what you want.
Yeah,
you know?
I just know what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's the difference. Like if I go 2 miles out on a garage sale,
They're
and
just
I see,
jealous, those haters.
well, I mean, I caught this one polo sweatshirt, and I think that's worth money. If I put it on eBay, it's a little scuffed, but I think that's the style nowadays. Kind of rare, like not rigid, worn. Like a worn style, and it's classic polo. And I don't know if the guy got it like 10, 20 years ago, but it's a pretty old school polo sweatshirt. But I picked it up for $5. I'm pretty sure I can probably make 20, put it on eBay, place a bid on it, minimum $5 just to get my reinvestment back.
Yeah.
And I don't know how high it's gonna go, but I feel like it's a fashion, So like you get those one-off things where you're not taking advantage of people, but you know what you're looking for. I remember somebody at a garage sale asking my mom, "Do you have any gold or silver you want to sell?" And she did. She had a couple of gold scraps and stuff, but she knew. Like she knew she's gonna.
Scrap.
Yeah, she knew it was scrap, but she knew what they were worth too. And so the guy was always lowballer, and it's like, no, let me break up. And he had a scale too, so he's offering her of weight, but she kind of knew they were old gold, not like new gold.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing. Like, does that make any sense? Old gold is worth more than new gold? Is that a thing?
I don't think so. I think what that actually means, only thing I could think of is how vintage it is. Like, what was the 1920s? Like a Tiffany's 1920s gold.
Well, I think that's just a brand. Like,
let's
say I have like a 14 karat brooch from the 1920s versus a 14 karat gold brooch now. would they be different?
100%. Because that has history. Old gold, I guess. At that
Okay,
point.
so it's the history part, not necessarily like the
value
because it's
of it.
gold.
Yeah. No. It's just history behind it, honestly.
Antique gold jewelry is often a valuable collectible and can be expensive. The antique gold price can vary, but often it is worth more than gold that is newer. If you're looking to buy antique gold jewelry, be prepared to pay a high price. Quality pieces can cost a lot of money, especially if they're old and rare. But I don't know, like let's say I have a 1950s gold bar versus a nowadays gold bar.
I think it's like net value or pound weights, old gold versus new gold.
Old gold versus new gold. As standards change, gold alloy, so that this general alloy, became much more uniform, and the gold you see manufactured today varies a little, if at all, across jewelry makers. In general, antique gold tends to be warmer than modern gold, more coppery and less yellow in tone. Okay. Yeah, because when I got this one, it was kind of, this is like, gold as you see now, right? This is nice 14 karat, but I got this cube chain. It was kind of copperish. So I don't know if that was old gold or just the way it was, because it was a little darker than the cross that I held right now. It was like a little more orangier, but it was all 14 karat solid. And I don't know.
Maybe. I don't see. I'm not much of a mineralist to understand gold types.
Alloy type.
So yeah, I just know, old gold has history and it's made different and it's valued more. And there's only so much around now.
Like so much around now?
Of old gold, yeah.
Oh, old gold. Oh no, I mean I think they're out there. I think just like there's Pokemon fucking sheets that have been printed, or like air cards, and no one knows. Like we were just saying, you travel 2 miles out to the nearest town and you get a Pokemon deck, and the guy never knew what he has because he's never on the internet.
That would be the
This
day.
is my son. He moved to San Francisco. He left all these cards here. I don't want them.
It was like, hey, it's been 60 years.
Give them to me.
It's been 40 years, and you know what? He
I was
never
about to say
answered my
60
calls.
years.
Doesn't do anything. I'm just giving away his stuff. Get that whole box for $20. Yeah. All right.
This is an unopened, original, base jungle Pokemon.
Hey, you're talking like you're talking about a lot of money now. No. I mean, this is all junk.
It's not a lot of money, dude. It's just in plastic. You don't see that every day. I'm just shocked that you don't.
Yeah.
Does that make it worth more?
No.
No, it makes it. It basically, like, how much do you want for these cards? 10 cents a pop. Okay, there's 6 cards in here, so I'll give you $1.
How about that?
Yeah,
with it.
there's 6 cards, 10 to 60 cents. I make 40 cents off this guy. Oh, sounds like a plan. You know what I mean? You could find those people. Oh my God! This reminds me of a kid that was a yard sale. Oh my God! I thought you didn't know shit. He had a Charizard, a fucking Dragonite Hollow, and he had little prices right on them. He had the prices right on them, like $10, $20, right? Not graded, but a pretty good condition. Hollow Charizard. And I'm all like, yeah. I was like scrapping through these, and I was picking the ones that I wanted, all hollows. Oh, the kid looked at him and he's all like, I don't know, cause I've seen this Charizard go for like $1,000. I might keep this one. I was like, you son of a bitch, you do know what you're doing, kid. You're at a yard sale. Why'd you put them out for me to look at? He even got out a whole fucking folder. He's all like, I have some more if you wanna check them out. And he literally meant check them out. He wasn't selling them. Like, he wasn't planning on selling them. He was just trying to, talk some Pokemon with me. I don't know that much Pokemon, and I'm also a guy of business. I'm not here to chit chat.
Yeah, I went to this yard sale for Magic the Gathering. There was like on Facebook said, hey, we got a Magic the Gathering. I got a couple of cards here at this yard sale.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, bet. 12 o'clock, lunch rolls in. I was like, I'm gonna go to it. It was in a good, rich neighborhood.
Hey.
I was like, all right, perfect. It's 12 o'clock. It's probably going to be old ladies who don't know nothing about Magic. I have the perfect sweep. This is on me. I pull up. Nobody's there. I'm like, even better, man. Nobody knows about this.
Even better. I hit the goal.
Yeah. I walk in. I was like, all right, where's the Magic? Nothing. And So I just look around. I look like I'm looking for the things, and the people are like, "Oh, how's it going?" I was like, "It's going good." He goes, "Looking for anything?" Like, I saw a Facebook post that you had magic. He goes, "Yeah, those went quick."
Damn.
He's like, "When I opened up, there were a couple people waiting out here." He goes, "I was selling them at cheap too." I was like, "I noticed by your post. That's why I'm here." I was like, "I saw some of the cars that you had.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to come."
Yeah.
Like, I guess other people spotted that too.
Bro, the
I was
one
like,
thing I
"Shit."
remember about doing yard sales or just going on yard sale trips with my mom, they open at 6.
Yeah, early bird.
They
man.
start at 5, they open at 6, they end at 3. You know what I mean? That was basically the run of the schedule for any garage sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember waking up at 5 a.m., helping my mom set up just to be open at 6 before the bell rang for school. And you get all these moms with the kids in the school bags.
Let me just look
Look
at
what's
this.
going on. She'll make $100 within the first 2 hours, and then it's just dead for like 3 hours. And that's, you know, running a business, capitalism. You know, that's another thing about my whole last podcast with Grace, is that she wanted to talk about, like I said, she's kind of a, you know, different thinker than I was, so I wanted to invite her on the podcast to see what kind of discussions we can have. Very diverse pieces of subject, you know what I mean? But when it came down to right afterwards, she said, I want to talk about a couple other things. And she mentioned capitalism. You know, she looked like someone that didn't believe in capitalism.
What's wrong with capitalism? Did she prove any points, or did
The
she
thing is, we're gonna discuss that topic on the next podcast. But, you know, I already have my opinions on it.
Yeah, no, I think capitalism is the way to go. It's the way to the future, and without it, we don't have growth. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Facts. I mean, how else are we supposed to buy things unless you yourself make it?
Every technological advancement we had was due to the fact somebody invented it to make more money. The cotton gin got away with slavery, honestly. The moment they're able to have that technology in their hands, they're like, damn, we don't need these money workers paying them, and that's how everything all started. But, you know, that was a technology that helped picking cottons faster, easier, better.
Yeah, the one thing I saw on Facebook was this picture of a I guess a white girl was picking cotton. She's like, one of the most satisfying things is picking cotton. And like, I was just looking at the comments, I'm like, I know one person.
Oh, okay,
there's gonna be one motherfucker. There's gonna be one and hands down it's gonna be a black person. It just had to be a black woman. And literally, the first like 10 comments were like, I love picking cotton. That looks so satisfying. Oh, it so is. Peaceful in the cotton fields. And then one motherfucker.
So peaceful in cotton fields.
One motherfucker's like, it looks nice until you realize how it was originally gathered. And oh, fucking relax. Relax. So you don't see Asians going all over the place going like, look at these rice fields. No one knew how those were. Look at these railroads.
Yeah, like more like, look at that train. Fuck that train. Why do
Fuck
people...
that train. You know what I mean?
They don't know how it was originally built.
Exactly. Or like even Mexicans going like, look at these strawberries, and someone commenting, oh, you don't know how they were picked. It's like, oh, relax. Why do you guys always want to pick an issue or fight for it's the past? You know, and like one of the quotes about history is like, if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily true. I don't feel like it's necessarily true. Ooh. Like you can be enlightened on history, but no one's making a better mousetrap. They kind of just either abolish the mousetrap itself or stack upon it.
I don't understand.
So like, we were founded as a republic, and so from there we just created even more freedom with capitalism and amendments and Bill of Rights. But no one looked at Hitler's, you know, dictatorship and said we can do that better. They kind of just, we don't want that. You know what I mean? So they kind of abolished it. But anything else in the world, like religion, you know, we could stack upon that. We can probably make it a bit better, tweak it a little bit.
Because you learn from the past.
And it ultimately goes, well, you learn from the past, but you also acknowledge it. You know, I don't think you take history and be like, you're doomed to repeat it if you don't know it.
Well, it's like he who doesn't know his history is doomed to repeat it. So you need to know your history before you repeat history. So that's why I was like a little puzzled by what you were saying.
I suppose, but at on the same note, it's like, doesn't everyone know that communism is bad, or like how's it work? And then again,
Is communism bad?
Then again, like, well, yeah. I mean, it's never worked anywhere. Have you looked at Russia lately? Have you looked at Russia?
There hasn't just been the right route.
Have you looked at Cuba? Oh my God, that's exactly what the Marxists say. That's exactly what the Marxists say. So like Marxism has been founded on racial, they literally called black people the N-word before America called black people the N-word.
Nice.
Okay. We're gonna get canceled. I don't believe in anything he believes in. I don't even believe in race.
I think it's just pretty funny. It was a non-American derogatory term.
Definitely. No, most definitely. A derogatory term. The thing is, how black people took that and turned it on its face. Now they just use it willy-nilly.
Oh, yeah. Just like...
Either as a sense of empowerment or a sense of, derogatoryism.
I think it was like a reverse psychology.
Like a reverse?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, you call me the N-word all the time? Well, I'm going to use it on my daily day until I make that word non-meaningless to when you trying to cancel it
out.
out.
I just found out what this one word meant. Oh God, what was it? I forgot. It'll come to me. But no, I was having a discussion with my dad, going like, "There's no such thing as racism. There's just such thing as good and evil. You could be ultimately good, ultimately evil as a person, as a human being. Skin color has nothing to do with it. I look at a black person, I think of, oh, that's my brother. I look at an Asian, that's my brother. I look at a fucking Mexican woman, that's my sister. You know what I mean? I look at a Cambodian woman, that's my sister. Under God's green earth.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to skin color, I really don't see that. I just base it upon your character. If you look at me some type of way, I'm going to say what's up with a smile. But if you treat me some type of way without even knowing me, already you're scaling a little bit into the bad side.
I was talking to a liberal who didn't believe in good or bad, who was an atheist.
Huh.
And so every time I try to make an argument, I was like, oh, it just depends on the good person or good. I try to always bring out good and bad. It's like, what if you remove those two terms from the vocabulary? I'm like, how else can you explain it?
Character.
I'm like, damn, I guess, character. You just know
character,
good morals.
Yeah, morals. Well, like we were discussing this a couple months earlier about how someone carries himself. If you see someone in the streets with their pajamas and baggy sweatpants, or pajamas, baggy sweatpants, or a wife beater, and he's just looking nappy as shit. He's just looking raggedy.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say? Like, what's already your impression or your perception on them? Character.
This man doesn't give a
Fuck. Right? Fuck. Well, when you see like these new millionaires, like let's say Mark Zuckerberg, at least he wears jeans and a shirt. You don't see him with fucking sweatpants. You don't see him with raggedy shit nowadays. Mm-hmm. But you do see a lot of these, quote unquote money makers with Gucci on and shit like that. For me, that just speaks, oh, he's showing off. Not for himself, but for someone, for like the people around him. Oh man, he's got the newest stuff. He's got Aria. He's got fucking what's a hot brand now? Oakley's. He got Oakley's on.
My thoughts too. Every time I see those type of people like to be showy and everything,
mm-hmm.
My question always is, I wonder how long they're gonna be rich for.
Yeah.
And then versus the person I see in jeans and nonchalantly, I'm like, damn, this guy's rich and he's staying rich. Mm-hmm. I want to be his kids.
Be weird.
Like, damn, you know what? This guy hasn't made. Versus the guy who's wearing Coach and all this stuff. Like, I give him 10, 15 years maybe.
Well, a lot of the millionaires that David Ramsay has observed and, surveyed, they say they ride a car that's about 3 years from the new model, like prior from the newest model. So, like, they'll drive a 2020 Toyota. Or they'll drive, they'll probably have one nice, toy. But other than that, unless you're like a multi-millionaire, then you'll have toys. Because if someone has a portfolio of $1.3 million, he can burn $100,000 and be okay. He can literally go in the back on a bonfire with his kids and burn $100,000, and he's totally fine.
Yeah.
He's 1.3 to 1.2, you'll be fine. But if he blew $800,000 on a Lamborghini, and he's a 1.3 millionaire, already the math doesn't. You know what I mean? So like when I see someone with a Charger, a V8 Charger from like 2006, riding around now, revving it up, I'm not thinking, man, this guy's got it. No, I'm thinking, how long does that Charger have? If he's revving it up that hard, and does he have the funds to fucking repair that?
Keep it up.
Oh my God.
God damn.
That's the one thing I saw with drug dealers when I was around them, is that they'll spend money on cars and shit, but then they will be in a struggle state. You know, when am I gonna sell my next pack? How am I gonna pay my next? I have to sell more packs. And it's like, gee, you don't got no savings? Mm-hmm. You ain't saved a single dollar from what? No, I spent $600 on the club. You know,
I spent this many on shoes, on hats,
shoes, shoes. Jesus, these are Jordans, $200 new. I need a new outfit for the club today. Like, what are you, a bitch? You need new hair too? You need nails? You need a little salon? There was a Facebook short of a dude asking his friend, like, or his friend asking him, hey, you want to go out to the club? And then his account versus the guy at the club. Oh man, you missing out. And then he spent dropped $600 on the club, but also with the bitch he was with, and didn't get no pussy. And then the friend comes back going like, man, what's wrong with these girls? And his other friend that didn't go has an account expenditure of 0 because he stayed home. Because he stayed home. You know what I mean? So that's what keeps people on the rat race, is always trying to impress other people rather than themselves. You know, it's kind of crazy. But that's why I said to my dad, like, I'm not going to go to Mexico for the next 5 years. And that's a statement. Like, that's a statement. 5-10 years, that's a statement. I'm going to have to buckle down. In Red Foreman, it's time to buckle down.
I'm going to go to Mexico. I'm going to spend at least $500. I need to get a vacation for 2 weeks, man. Yeah. 2 weeks a year. I can't do that.
See, but that's the thing. It's not like vacations. What's the point of a vacation? For me, at least, I went, and I kind of started missing the States after a week.
Really?
Yeah, like, it was cool for the first, couple, 5 days, but then after a week, I'm like, wait, everything I've been doing here. First of all, I miss door dashing, so I don't even know if I can drive anymore. Second of all, it's all like, I miss just being around Americans. There's so many people that look the same here. There's not a single black person, not a single white person.
That is true.
Oh my God, I was in another world. I was literally, my psychology was looking for a black person, was looking for a white person. Every girl around each and every corner looked the same.
Yeah.
Looked the same. It's like, dude, in the States, I seen maybe I was just looking for Mexicans with big titties and an ass, but in Mexico, I was seeing all types of Mexicans, from flat chest to flat ass, from a fat wildebeest all the way to the girls that had mids, and then the supermodels looking ones.
All still proud walking, all single individual.
Because it's the same over there, at all. But when I was looking at it, I'm all like, it's basically the same. If the white girls were, Mexican, yeah. Flat chested, no ass whatsoever. Black girl, huge fucking tits, huge ass. But if I was just painted Mexican, you know what I mean? I'm just looking at it from a whole different country. But it's crazy to say, to just see from the States going over there. I was like, for some reason, I'm looking for diversity.
Somehow, somewhere. God.
Yeah. But, I got used to it to where, when I went 2 times to the Calvillo, which is not a city, but definitely a town, a pretty big town.
I think this is.
It's not. I kept asking my dad, is it, or it's Calvillo city? He's like, no, Aguascalientes is.
Yeah, Aguascalientes is
that's
city.
Wichita. You know what I mean? But Calvillo is basically
Dodge City
or Dodge City. You know what I mean? It has a couple of buildings, a big buildings, but it's just a packed town, if you will. And so going into town. Because we're in a pueblo, or in a rancho,
we're in a village.
Going into town, a village, it's basically a village. Going into town, it was like, I seen not that much diversity, but also the first couple times it was like, this is new. Then after going 4, 5, 6 times, I'm all like, I basically know where everything is. It's starting to get boring. Let me go to the bigger cities in Mexico, you know?
Yeah, I
So,
think that's what you need a little bit more variety.
Mhm.
I enjoyed Aguascalientes, the city. Yeah. I
Never
went
been.
in there drinking. I am telling you this, man. I never once seen so many people in my life. I was
Really?
My heart started pounding because I was so anxious.
Oh, yeah. You never been to New York.
Yeah, I never been to New York, so I don't know that. But
Well, you've been to Portland, Oregon.
I've been to Portland, Oregon, but never this like
Packed.
packed.
Yeah.
Even like what we have here, the Riverfest and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This was more packed together, like fucking I don't know, packed salami or packed sausages or just like
sardines.
Sardines, yeah, man. I was like, everybody was so packed together. I was like, I think there was like 1 million people here,
You're right.
from the beginning of the street to the end of the street.
Did you see a lot of females there?
Yeah.
Dude, the 2020 census said Aguascalientes has 1.4 million people, with 48% of them being men, 51% of them being women.
There were females in there, and I was like,
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn.
See, there's no excuse, guys. You know, if you can't find the love of your life here in the city that you're at, just travel around. You haven't traveled much.
Yeah,
You haven't traveled much. Because there are, let's say you fell in love with a fucking Rosa from, across town here in your whole town. Yeah, go to Mexico. You'll see about, let's see, there's 1.4 million of them, 51% of women. There's probably about 20% of those women roses. There's probably 20% of roses over there that you're going to see a bunch of. And then you'll find a Guadalupe, you'll find a fucking Maria somewhere else. That has a nice bigger rack.
Right, another ring to it, another pair of tits. Another name to it.
Listen. I'm always looking for what's going to make my line of kids the best looking ones. And I want the best looking woman. Yeah, genetics. I'm always looking at biological genetics.
I'm just looking for someone to cook for me, man.
If I hook up with an Uggo and my kids come out like, that's gonna be a rough time for them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want no Uggos.
You better be intelligent or a strong man.
If my kid becomes an Uggo, I'll
tell compensate.
I'll let him know, hey, yo, dog, you ugly, all right? I gotta teach you some tricks. Can't be ugly all your life.
And they're called tricks for a reason, because you gotta trick the female into having sex with
honestly,
you. Fucking having
with that ugly face of yours, man.
Yeah, this isn't 14,000 years ago where you got the biggest fucking hunt of the clan and 6 females were in your door. No, now you gotta we were talking about this last time. You gotta juggle a few fucking balls.
Yeah, do
in
something.
The air
all right.
Oh, look at me. Don't look at that guy with the Cadillac.
You gotta peacock a little bit, all right. Ain't
Peacocking.
nothing wrong
You gotta
with peacocking.
I want to see your peacock, cock, your peacock.
Cock.
Is that what she meant? She wants to see your attributes, not your actual cock.
Yeah, what do you think she meant? She was
your actual cock.
Katy Perry is not that diluted.
Not that diluted. I want to see your attributes. Your what can you add? Add.
What if the songwriter says, no, we need something else that means the same thing?
Well, I heard that term peacocking, but with Brett Weinstein on a podcast with Jordan Peterson. He's all like something in academia, or at least like in the 5 fields that he's researched, or at least like touched within his time in academia, which was like financing, mathematician, quantum mechanics, and other fields. He said the one part where they have a big sexism divide that always talked down on women was finance. Like all the financial guys, like basically Wolf of Wall Street type shit, like they just peacocked all over the place. Going, I could do this and I could do that. They're just peacocking. When I heard that, I'm all like, holy shit. I haven't heard that term used in that manner.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard of peacocking.
Yeah, it was new to me. It was new to me, old to everyone else.
Yeah, I was like, I've heard of peacocking. I think it was like in gym class. The one guy who was making 3-pointers. Oh, look at this girl. Oh. And then the fucking gym teacher, look at that guy peacocking in front of the girls. I'm like, what?
Really?
And he goes, peacock. You know how peacock has his feathers?
Yeah.
That's how he gets her attention. He's getting their girl. Look how many girls he got looking at him. I was like, that's why I'm mad at him, huh? Okay.
That's why
sense.
I'm mad at him. He's showing off.
He's showing off for the.
What does a peacock do? He shows off.
And that's what you gotta do. Goes, you gotta find something. You gotta do your own peacocking.
Yeah. Well, one thing that you can, anyone can always peacock is intelligence.
Oh yeah.
You know, any woman loves an intelligent man. I don't know about nowadays, like an OnlyFans girls think they could just go on Google or like watch a couple seminars and go like, no, yeah, I know as much as the PhD student next door, and so I'm looking for the rich 6-figure salary. So one of the things, the great Godfather, you know, he interviews these women, going like, oh, how old are you? I'm 40 years old, and you're looking for a man that makes 6 figures, bitch. like bitch, you why aren't you settling for a man that makes the same wage as you and it could just take care of you? Yes, he interviews a lot of like either 20, 30-year-old, mostly 30-year-old women with like 4 kids. Like, why do you think a man's gonna want to take care of, you know, other men's children and you? If you, and what is your ideal man's salary? 6 figures. He has to make at least 6 figures. Bitch is crazy. Bitch is crazy.
Bitch is crazy. I mean, it's crazy world, and you can see it nowadays more, where the females have the pick of the lot, you could say.
These nowadays?
Yeah.
No.
And
no,
they're
they think they got the pick of the lot.
No, they're the choosers.
No. The ones that you've interacted with are definitely looking at themselves like they're peacocking because they got it all. But the ones that they want ain't looking at them. And they know they ain't looking at them. So they're looking. It's kind of like how Manuel was telling us earlier, how he likes the chase that these 2 girls are in with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like any other guy. Like, why wouldn't you feel some type of superiority that you have a line of females, you know, at your doorstep? It's like that. Like, women just want average men chasing them, but she's always on the prowl for that 6-figure salary guy, even though the 6-figure salary guy is not looking at him with a 10-foot fucking telescope at all. You know, and then when these girls rate themselves, I rate myself a 10. Why'd you call if you're a 10? There's no 10s out of 10s calling the Godfather, Samuel over here, Kevin Samuels, for advice on why they're single. All the 10s are taken. All the 10s are taken.
Mm-hmm.
All the 10s are taken. When I saw that on the YouTube comment, I was like,
yeah.
I pondered. And I'm like, no, yeah, makes sense. Because if you ask the guy about his woman, what do you rate her? A 10. We've been married for 30 plus years.
Oh yeah, that's a 10 right there for sure.
What do you rate yourself, sweetie? 10, because he makes me a 10. Oh my God. Where is that? No.
This fucking bill?
These single women out here that are all over Snapchat trying to be some type of famous, think themselves as a 10. And it's like realistic. Like, come on, let's be realistic. I think self-positivity is important. I think everyone's a 10. You think everyone's a 10? The wildebeest eating Doritos every single night, scrolling through her Facebook feed, looking to get railed this weekend.
When did
Is a
females become man-hoes? Because that's the same line I used to them.
The better question is, when did females start to possess more masculine personalities than harness their feminine personalities? We discussed this a couple months ago too. It's all like you get these. And another thing I saw on YouTube was when these guys go on at the, like, let's say Old Town Strip, like something around that nature, like a strip where there's a lot of clubs, and interview these women, going like, why isn't there no good women nowadays? And then all the women that are at the club, I'm a good woman, I just haven't found the right man. And then this one dude steps up and is like, listen, I agree that there could be a good woman, but they're just around all these hoes. We can't distinguish them. So we don't even go. We don't even take the pounce to you because you're just around all these hoes. And like, it makes perfect sense. You get these divorce cases where a man is perfect, and I just seen this on a nice news feed of a man divorcing his wife after so long, when he knew that she got a new job, and these single fucking friends started convincing her to go to the club with them and so they dressed some type of way. She left the house the first night. Okay, we're gonna go to the club. That's cool with your friends. But then she started dressing exactly like them, like these single fucking females.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Nope, I'm out." And then all the girls like, "Oh, he's insecure and he's insecure." No, she was secure and he was secure until she met you hoes.
I don't know. I can kind of see the point of view of the females as well.
Really?
Well, yeah, just because
elaborate.
changes her appearance.
No, not the appearance, because the main focus was she met new people
who changed
who
her
are
appearance.
who are single.
Yeah.
And then convinced her to dress as them who defy themselves
to
as
change their
single.
appearance.
Mm-hmm.
She changed her appearance, right?
But it wasn't after 20 years of marriage she dressed like that all of a sudden, because of these single women coming into her life and convinced her. What does he know?
But that's all the spark that she needed.
Well, it's like a group of friends, not just one.
Yeah. If it was that, group of friends convinced her to get skinnier, shorter clothes, and that made the guy feel uncomfortable, and the guy dipped, it sounds like the guy was insecure about himself.
Really?
Yeah. If
So if my mom, who's 40 years old, lost 20 pounds and met some, flacas and started going to La Granja, and my dad's all like, "Why are you dressing like that?" Divorce. My dad's insecure?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? No. I think my mom's plotting. I think my mom's plotting.
But it comes to the end. Why wasn't there a discussion maybe between the man and the female to change? Or
So communication, right? So there's also that thing right there too. It's all like she never communicated that I'm gonna dress like this, because now I'm going.
Why you
to
gotta
the
need
club
permission to dress somehow?
So do you not know what marriage is?
Hey, maybe I don't know what marriage is.
Yeah. I can't give out advice, but I did watch a couple videos of, Jordan Peterson's marriage seminar, and one of the episodes, because there's only 4, and one of the episodes was negotiation.
100%.
And also always discuss, because you never want the other person to do something that you end up disliking them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always a negotiation. There's always a talk. There's always treat your relationship not as a business, but there's got to be sit downs about 2 hours a week discussing what are the plans for this week, how are we going to go out this week, just scheduling, regular scheduling, and like dividing all this stuff, And so with marriage, it's like not a lot of people negotiate. It's always a me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you get a lot of those me girls around a woman that's been locked down, who was obedient to her husband, there's that word obedient, which in some sense sounds like, oh my God, why would you want to be obedient to another human being? So I'm like, well, so it's a partnership. It's not like he's not obedient to you. He's not looking at other fucking women. Oh, there's a fly in my fucking thing.
Well, there is.
Look, he's getting drunk, guys.
Well, like
he's getting buzzed. I gotta toss this now. That sucks.
Yeah, man, it just... Yeah, I think that guy was a little bit insecure by himself. If there was... But that was just based off of what you told me about how she was dressed. I'm pretty sure there was more factors to it. Maybe it was she was staying out later. Maybe it was because she started receiving random texts from people she met at the club. She started doing all this other stuff. Started acting more single. Then yeah, I would understand. But if it was based solely on she started changing different, so the next week I divorced her.
So when she was wearing dresses, going out for the first couple weeks with her friends, but then all the skirts started coming out. She started buying new provocative clothing. This is just how my friends dress. Yeah. You'll be like, okay, girl, have a good time.
Yeah, have a good time. Like, hey, yo, have a good time. Have a great old time.
Why would you become a simp? Why would you simp?
No, my ideology is the confidence that it's going to come back to me.
The feelings of, I'm so confident she's not going to leave me, so I'm going to let her wear whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah, let her whatever.
We have trust.
And out of my relationships, that's the ones that work the best for me.
What?
Yeah.
What? What?
100%.
The best one that I've had was the girl Jennifer, who first went out dressing however she wanted. She had nipple piercings and all this shit. But then when she moved in and I told her what I wanted, she actually followed through, which kept the relationship going. And like you were saying, she would look like wifey material. She was wifey material. Like she was. She would be in bed when I got home and she would just wait for me. That's it. But like, that's it. You know, I'm sure if if we were living together in our own separate house, the house would be cleaned and all this other good jazz. But like, that means I'm obedient to her because I'm not fucking around with other women, but she's obedient to me because she's doing stuff that I want her to. But now we're living in this whole, why would I submit to another man and do what he wants me to do? I'm my own person. Like she could have, I got home, she could have easily gone like, I'm with my friends right now at the club, you know, completely. Like just why? You know, why would you want to go show off everyone to that you're single? Oh no, don't. It's not like that. I'm just with my friends and we're just in our whole group at the club having fun.
Is that not a possibility?
It is. No, it is. But you didn't have the inclination to wait for me.
Okay, that's because you're very social. I'm very antisocial. I always tell I don't want to fucking go. You go. You go tell your girls and go. You go. You have fun.
Wouldn't
you get
that
dressed up.
Wouldn't that make a whole like slippery slope? Basically, like he wants to be in this house so much to where I am. I don't know, dude. I just feel like nowadays it's kind of like women have so much freedom to where like I feel like that's why there's not a lot of marriages going on, because no one knows the fundamentals of what's a partnership.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Like what is a partnership? Like a big quote from my dad, who's been married for 30 years, when I told him, what can I do in my relationship to have one like yours? And the first thing he got offended. He's like, don't compare my marriage with your relationship. So I've known your mother since like we were kids, you know? So that is what I'm working with. You are fucking around, you know, calling these girls being with a girl every single year. It seemed like, because it was. And so you got nothing right now, you know? And so instead of that being my motivation, I had to go with someone else who was a little older than my dad, Jordan Peterson, and then taking the advice of, you have to know someone for like 5 years before you tie the knot. And it takes a year to know someone fully before you even have the inclination to move in. These kids are moving in with each other really fucking nearly. You invited a stranger into a home.
You know, I 100% agree with that. And I would still the next day invite somebody over.
But because you have that, you know, Akashi Tashi mentality, if you don't follow what I say,
essentially,
I'm gonna do force.
Let me tell you,
you just love force.
I'll tell you a story.
Use the force. Use the force.
The one that got away for me, I think you knew her for a bit. She was at the other house.
The trailer.
And she was at the trailer for a bit too. God damn, she was the one that got away, man.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the whole bugaboo that she left the first time? Because after the first time, don't bring them back.
Nah, I think the first time, I forgot, honestly. She was pissed off in something and she wanted to talk about it, and I said, no, get the fuck out. Pack your shit in the trash bags you came in, and that's it.
Damn, she wanted to talk it through.
Yeah, no, she tried everything. I was so stubborn in myself. But, that I remember one of the times I knew that she might have been the one was, so she was antisocial as me. When I told her to move in with me, she did. We were downstairs in the room, and she didn't leave the room until I got there.
Yeah. Oh,
she goes, I didn't want to go upstairs. I didn't want to do anything. And my mom every time I come home from work, my mom would be like, I'm worried about her. She has not come out of her room. She hasn't ate. Tell her to come up here and eat and come and everything. I am worried. And I was like, I go downstairs like, hey girl, hey babe, how you doing? She goes, good. I hear that you haven't left the room. She goes, no. I was waiting for you. I was like, all day? You could have gone upstairs. You could have met my mom, done all this stuff. I don't know. She goes, I'm too shy. But later on, she goes, hey, Oscar, we should do a a prank on your mom? I was like, yeah, what's up?
Jesus Christ.
I was like,
Already.
okay, I'm down. Let me hear it. She goes, all right. When we go upstairs to eat for lunch, you go up first, and then I'm away, and then I'm going to follow you, and then I'm going to come upstairs. When I come upstairs, you look at me and tell me to go back downstairs, like not to leave the room. And she was laughing. She goes, do it, because I know how your mom cares and everything. How she's so respectful.
God, yeah.
And I know she's gonna get mad at you, and I want to see it. I was like, oh my god, I'm kind of scared. I feel like I'm gonna get bitch slapped.
Oh, that's a good prank.
And,
What happened?
I didn't do it. I was too scared.
The fuck?
I
I would
was
have easily
scared.
done it, dude.
I was scared.
I respected my mama too much to do that to her.
I won't say I kind of respect. I was scared that she was gonna slap me, reach over and not let me finish my sentence and just go, BAM! Or either,
Hey, ¿qué estás haciendo? Vete para allá.
yeah, I
abajo.
was like, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Damn.
Estás en
¿Por
el...
qué estás haciendo?
You don't What do you think you do? Oh my god. I know it would have been
I've
a
seen a
nice...
couple of TikToks of that shit.
And I
Like
was like-
YouTube shorts.
No, I was like, no, my mom, she will not hesitate to swing that arm up and down and back if she has to. I was like, even in my 50, she would. So.
I've seen this one YouTube shorts of a man. Oh my god, it's just a perfect marriage. So the woman is like fixing herself some huevos rancheros, and but everything is on the skillet. You know, everything's prepped. She just fixed herself a plate, and then the dude comes in with the phone. Hey, where's my plate? She's like, go make one yourself. And her mom is in the kitchen. Hey, ¿por qué estás hablando? ¿Por qué lo estás hablando así? Hazle, ¿por qué estás comiendo antes que why are you talking to him like that? And why do you have a plate before you serve your man?
Yeah.
And then she's like, thank you, mom. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you,
Because
Mom.
mother-in-law, like, thank you, mom. And she's like, hey, get your ass over here and fix him a plate.
Get your ass
I'm
up.
sorry about my daughter. Oh my God,
I've
Mexican,
seen those
traditional
videos.
Mexicans.
Yeah.
But there are women like that. You know what I mean? They just gotta find them. You just gotta find them. And I think we discussed this the last time where like I went through 28 bodies to figure that shit out. You know, that's where the ultimate sacrifice is. You know, I think it's in the Bible as well as a proverb of good sacrifices are always virtuous. So I'm paraphrasing, of course. Basically, like the more you sacrifice, and it seems like it's not working out, God's got a plan. It's gonna come. It's just on His time. You know, it's on His time, and you just got to see that you're making the valuable sacrifices. You see in yourself that I can live without, like, I can live without this. I can't live without this. That's the moment you got to sacrifice it. That's the moment you got to live without it, and then see what changes, because it's something new. And no one likes to go into the abyss. You know, stare into the abyss, you become the abyss.
I bet my life on it.
I'm betting my life on it. All right, so you've heard of Kevin Samuels, right?
Kevin, who?
Kevin, motherfucker.
Oh, the
Godfather.
OG, double OG. Just
Come
came out of
on.
the pen, OG. Talk
Man, he
about
died 2 years ago of cancer.
No, man. What?
Rest in peace. The
How did he
Godfather.
die?
Cancer. Cancer.
Cancer to my boy.
How tall are you?
I'm a stallion. I'm 5'10".
See,
Dress size?
already.
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 Ask a question.
Oh my. What was the question?
How tall
Because
are
she
you?
answers it. How
I'm a
tall are you? I'm a
stallion.
stallion.
The fuck?
The fuck does that mean? You know, this is why he's the OG. He don't give a fuck.
I'm a stallion. I'm 5'10".
The fuck does that mean?
Dress size?
Huh?
Dress size?
I'm 14.
Okay.
You and all your little...
Yeah,
Fact.
I do the same. Do you not? You get the same thing everybody else gets. Okay, man. So at 5'10", 5'10". Hold on. 5'10".
Don't try me, Kevin.
Oh no! See, don't tell me what not to do. I've been nothing but. Hold on! Don't you do that? Don't you do that? Don't tell me what not to do on my show. I've been polite to you. It's not my fault that you 5'10" and weigh more than the man at your height.
I mean, but as a 5 foot, I can see
5'10" and listen, ma'am, 5'10", and I don't care how you carry it or not. The higher up you go, the more you're not competing with that man. You're competing with the women that are around that man making $250,000. How tall are you?
Yeah.
I mean, I do have certifications. the end of the day, like,
Certification.
What?
that's besides the point.
You have what at the end of the
I
day?
have certifications. I have
Certification.
certifications.
What does that mean?
Certifications.
Like for instance, as in aesthetics,
Say that you have what?
I have certifications.
Certifications?
These are the
Yes.
same bitches that want a man with 6 figures.
Certifications?
Yeah, certifications.
Certifications.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying not to laugh.
Speaking a lot about like high earning men who want to start families. So what about those high earning men that don't want to have children, or high earning men that already have children?
Well. Okay, first off, the ones that don't want to have children don't want yours.
Fuck.
Okay.
If they didn't want theirs, they ain't gonna want yours.
Speaking a lot about like high earning men who want to start families. So what about those high earning men that don't want to have children, or high earning men that already have children?
Well. Okay, first off, the ones that don't want to have children don't want yours.
Okay.
If they didn't want theirs, they ain't gonna want yours.
Speaking of
That's all I eat.
5'7".
Oh, I love this one.
Dress size.
Sorry.
Dress size.
Dress size, I would say about a 10.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
170.
So you weigh more than a man at your height.
Some men. Oh, at my height?
At your height.
80.
5'7"? Yeah, the
I'm
average
pretty
height
big
of an American
for
man is
a man
5'10",
my height.
average 160.
You know what I mean?
You weigh more than a man, so that lowers your value. And where would you judge yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You can't use 7.
Just my face? I would definitely say I'm an 8, 9.
Okay. Beyonce's an 8. Kelly Rowland's a 9.
Okay.
Can you put yourself there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bitch, shut the fuck up. Sit down. Sit down.
This is what I'm saying. I got the same face Samuel got right now. I got the same face Samuel got. Like, what in the hell
No,
is
like,
he talking? If
you missed
Beyonce
it.
is an 8,
Yeah.
if Beyonce an 8, I've seen way prettier women than Beyonce.
No, I'm
Dead A.
thinking about
Dead A.
Rihanna.
Oof. Yeah, Rihanna's gotta be
Rihanna's
a 9.
9.5.
She gotta be a 9.
She up there with.
I'll be honest, on my scale though, she like a 7.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a titty fat man.
Oh, okay.
Not fat man, but fat titty. Oh, now we just watching
I'm
shit.
quitting Fortnite, bro. This is my retirement. I'm actually.
Yeah, Samuel Adams is the OG, just putting these fucking women.
You need to stay for more than just yourself. French toast your happiness.
So I should settle.
No, you should. Are you a Christian?
I'm not.
Well, have you been married?
No, I haven't.
You plan on getting married?
I would like to.
What vows do you plan on taking?
I don't want to settle for nothing less.
What vows do you plan on taking?
I plan on.
For better, for worse, sickness and health, the rich or poor, the death do its part. That he said shit about happiness.
So I'm supposed to be miserable.
No, you're supposed to be an adult.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
need
that
to
don't look
stay
like an adult.
for more
That
than
didn't look like an
yourself.
adult. She
French
said,
toast
okay,
your
okay.
Yeah, like that's why you're still
Okay.
single and staying single.
I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle. Oh, so if you can have every man that you want, continue what you're doing.
Exactly.
Continue what you're doing. But if you're trying to find the one, you're gonna be an adult. You're gonna accept them for sickness and health, and death do us part. I don't think money, poor or rich. I don't think poor or rich is even in that fucking vow. You know what I mean?
happiness.
So I should settle.
No, you should. Are you a Christian?
I'm not.
Well, have you been married?
No, I haven't.
You plan on getting married?
I would like to.
What vows do you plan on taking?
I don't want to settle for nothing less.
What vows do you plan on taking?
I plan on.
For better, for worse, sickness and health, the rich or poor, the death do
Yeah,
us
richer or for poor. So you're going through the whole thing. But now you get these women that just move in with you after a year or 2, and then next you know you're rich, but then you go poor, they leave. You're poor, you get super rich. Oh, I can't handle this. You're not supporting me. It's all like, this is my money. No, because when you married, it's your, like, everyone's.
I'll
money,
say
you know
if
what I
you
mean?
were poor starting together, and somehow you made her rich,
Yeah.
you both made her rich.
But
if she was there at the beginning when you guys had shit,
Yeah. When you were at the beginning and you had shit to do, and you make it wealthy, you both made it.
Yeah, you both. Because she supported you somewhere.
I guess how I was viewing it is before marriage. Like, let's say you yourself solo dolo made it, and then you just found someone that's in the dirt. You know what I mean? It's your money. So keep it locked. Keep it locked. No, that was a good. There was a good fucking thing that a soccer player did. He
gave his money to his mom.
Yeah. All of the money was transferred into his mother was cashing the checks or some shit like that in her name. You know what I mean? Like the checks were coming to him, but he put it in his mother's account or something like that. All of the investments were under his mom's name. That was when the girl divorced him, trying to get a settlement, half and half. She didn't get shit.
She got very shit down.
Yeah,
she got $3,000. My mom had $53 million in her account.
Mm-hmm.
That I have full access to.
I got full anytime I want to.
Cause
she do too.
Talking is tonight, but I just.
How old are you? How old are you?
Guess.
42.
Guess these nuts.
Shit. Hold up.
Did she quit the?
No, he left.
Guess.
I ain't gonna play with this shit. I ain't gonna play with you.
Next. How do I cancel?
Next.
Guess these nuts.
Yeah, I
The
ain't
topic is tonight, but I just.
Oh,
Yes.
how tall are you?
I mean, I do have certifications at the.
Then your phone. Why? What? Shut up.
You always talking stuff. I'm so damn proud of you, but you going to jail. You going to jail.
Then your phone. Why?
What? Shut up. You always talking stuff. I'm so damn proud of you, but you going to jail.
I'm so damn proud of you.
What are the chances we kiss?
Like 1 in 10.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 7. Okay, thanks.
That's how you get a herpes. That's how you get herpes in college.
Are you single by chance?
Who is the most powerful person in America?
I'll tongue the bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god.
I can't judge that.
That's how you. I'll be like 2.
If a girl comes, are you single? You want to make out? No questions asked.
What am I, at a club? What am I, 22?
The fuck, dog?
I'm out. That's how. Yeah. How many other guys have you talked to? Where's the YouTube cameras?
Use me as a swipe.
Where's the YouTube cameras, bro? Fuck that shit. I seen those
Let me
videos. Basically, like I seen those videos. It's all like, no, there has to be A. There has to be a camera. B. I'm not that attractive. And C. I ain't about to catch anything else that I already haven't gotten. So get the fuck out of here. I got business to take care of right now. You know what I mean? I don't know, but you know, I miss my younger 20s. You know, running around these streets.
Wait till your roaring 30s, bro.
Yeah, like you said, that was an old cat that said, you know, the peak of his life was definitely this thing.
And I can see it, man. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have some money stacked up. I'm have, you know, it's like don't go vacation and all this extra stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna do a little bit of it.
But why would you do a little bit if an old cat already told you what to do? Why do you have the inclination? And this isn't being mean, but this is an honest question. I've been thinking like thoroughly about it. Like, why is there an inclination that you already got the map? Why did you want to go a different route?
Oh, 100%. If somebody gave me
why though?
What's over there that you don't show me on this map? What's this bigger treasure that's not on this map?
But he already pointed you. X marked the spot. Why are you going east and west if you all you gotta do is north?
Because that's where X marks the spot. I
No,
already know
but
where
if,
the destination
but if this is the basic biblical, don't.
Yeah.
Why would you, in a field of snow, you know, walk the path that I have already crossed? Because it's just easier. Following the footsteps that someone's already paid for you.
You're gonna see my footsteps.
Just going like zigzag and shit.
This.
Maybe all the way back to the
for a couple of circles.
But then back to like a different route.
That's
but
no angel.
That's the dang, jeez.
Yeah,
like
no, yeah. If somebody gave me a map, even to this day, I don't care. It's blank. Like, hey, you want this? This is your goal. Here it is. Bam. That's cool. Thank you, man. Left is where I should go. just because my instinct says.
Okay.
It just,
Your intuition.
My intuitions always say.
Okay.
They're giving you the left hand full of money. The right hand is where all the gold is at, though.
Yeah, never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. And so if he told you what his right hand is doing, you always wonder what the left hand has done or has not done. More in your case, what it hasn't done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to go that way. You're giving me a 10%, which to me looks like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, for me, it's always like, let me look at how many right ways someone has done it, and let me take all those right ways and see if I can do them even better. Rather than if they say, man, I did this, you know what I mean? Or like, I didn't do this, and I'd be like, let me go do that. Like, no. He stayed away for a reason, and it got him to X. So let me just keep going to the path that he already took.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than the you know. Because my path is always going to be a mystery to him. So every path that I take that didn't use his information or her information in order to get to X, for me is always an abyss. To them is going to be an abyss as well.
Okay.
Just a shadowy abyss. Even though I have a little bit of like little, how you say, like little matches to light the way.
But you're always able to see the main road, though.
Yeah, I'm always able to see the goal, the target, but I have these little matches that were given to me by elders. I would like to think of it. You know, little torches, checkpoints.
I like it to go deep into the forest, to the abyss.
But without no flames, flashlights.
Nothing. Let me dive full deep into the abyss. Because you know what? I bet my life on it.
All right. That's the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it. And I'm putting my life on that. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week on the next one. God damn it.
That was a good one.